welcoming guest. I'm Samantha. Yes, maybe some of you may heard that I'm the vice president of the NTU Yoga Club. And I have been practicing yoga for 3 years. Yoga is always a way I relax, meditate, and even exercise. I really want to introduce such a great habit to you and hope you will all like this habit after my presentation. Sorry. The name yoga is originated from the ancient India, which is combining in three elements. The one is the one is spiritual, and the spiritual, physical, and mental. At first, it was a kind of spiritual practice for the ancient Buddhism. They were also called the yogis. The yogis were doing some typical actions and maintaining leg stretches as long as they could in order to limit their body, in order to challenge their body limits. However, then the pains on their bodies will bring them a kind of sudden understanding, and there will be a sense of peace and happiness in their mind. All in all, the yoga is a way for the yogis to work out their body and persuade their wonderland. Now, in 21st century, people who definitely not want to sit under the waterfall or live alone in a mountain hall to do such mission impossible. However, today there are a lot of stress, noise around our life. Then, how could we just get rid all of them and find a silence in our mind? I think doing yoga is a good way. So, are you interested? Let me introduce some steps and the postures of yoga. The first is the preparing state. In this state, you have to cross your legs and put your palms all together, close your eyes, soak into a peace. Then the monk will emit the sound Om to begin the practice. And then the first structure I'll introduce you is the downward facing dog pose. In this pose, you need to bend yourself as much as possible. Then it will help you straighten out your backbone. Next is the lunge pose. In this posture, you need to focus one point in your eyes and keep your body balanced. Then it will stretch your legs muscle. Then it's a cobra pose. It's called a cobra pose. you can see the snake of cobra here. And in this posture, you need to stretch out your leg, prevent from your shoulders to shocking up. And the last is the child's pose. It's just similar to the baby still sleep in his or her mother's belly. Every time you're doing yoga, when you want to take a rest, you can just back to the child pose. Finally, it's the ending state. It's similar to the beginning state, but the difference between that is you have to emit the sound shouting to ending the practice. So, after my introduction, how do you feel?
Great!
Yay! So don't worry that if you feel your tendon is too tight and you could not stretch out. Because everybody there have different physical problems, and do not compare you to the yoga masters. Otherwise, you will get hurt easily rather than strengthen your bodies. So, let's get started tomorrow, or just practice yoga together, and you will experience the whole new lifestyle with your mind, soul, and body all grow together.